Hi team, good morning, good evening. So we'll start the session in 2 minutes. So meanwhile, anyone who already working in data field like analysis or data engineering in Azure, AWS, or else Power BI, anyone here who are expecting an organization to work on Snowflake as well? Anyone is there here? Okay, Sudeep sir, we can start the session.
Hi everyone, this is Sudeep. Today we are going to talk about this very hot topic, which is that why the Snowflake and the ADF is a winning combo. So we'll deep dive into Snowflake, that what is Snowflake and why Snowflake, and we'll also talk about the Azure ecosystem and then why these combinations are very great in the industry, and even the big organization, Fortune 500 organizations, they are using this combination. Okay, let me tell a little bit about myself.
This is Sudeep Kumar. I'm data engineering manager at top analytics company. With 10 years of experience in IT and data engineering, I'm having a certification in Azure and Snowflake. I'm specialized in Azure Data Factory, Snowflake, and Databricks, and technologies like Spark, SQL, and Python. I'm having a proven track record of leading successful data modernization projects for Fortune 500. Currently, I'm mentoring at KSR since last 6 months.
So before starting, I would like to know that how many of you have know about or have heard about this Snowflake already. So I would like to see like how many you can raise your hands. I can see 40 people in the room. Sorry for the background noise. So, but yeah, I can see. Okay, Adil. Okay, very good. Prasad. Okay, only two people. Okay, Suresh. Very good. Three. Okay. But if I say, how many of you have heard about Databricks, then can you raise your hand? Who all know about Databricks? Three, four, okay, five, okay, very good. Okay. So I can see you're much aware about the Databricks, right? And I'll say Databricks and Snowflake, they both are competitor. So if I tell you that Snowflake is a competitor and it's basically utilized as an alternative of Databricks, okay, in most of the organizations. I'll tell you about Snowflake, that why it is basically leading the change, why it's becoming popular because of its unique architecture. The Snowflake have multi-cloud data platform. It means it support the all of the three clouds, major cloud providers. Okay. And it's a data platform, means you can build a data lake, you can build a data warehouse on top of it. Okay. And since it's on cloud, you can scale it very easily. Okay. It's easy to use, very fast, and query performance and all those things are very smooth. Okay. That's one of the reasons. We'll discuss about each of the pointers in detail. Okay. But quickly, I'm just going through. So multi-cloud data platform. Apart from that, it can look, so in the current scenario, we know, right? So earlier we used to have data warehouse on-prem. So now a data lake came. So what's the difference between data warehouse and data lake? So it's about the data only. Earlier we used to have structured data, but as social media came, as these new things comes up, right? So IoT and all those stuff. So this semi-structured data and even this unstructured data, images, video, all those came into picture. Okay. So due to that, this data lake concept came into picture where it can handle and ingest those unstructured and semi-structured data very easily. Okay. So same is the concept for Snowflake as well. It can also handle them very easily. There are some really good advanced features in the Snowflake, like serverless pipelines, dynamic masking for security point of view. Snowpark is a Python or that Spark functionality in the Snowflake. That's a library, and it also can handle the AI and the that ML solutions very seamlessly. Okay, that features it have. So let's quickly okay, I think there is one hand raise. Kumar, you want to ask any question from this slide?
No, different database.
Your voice is not clear. Okay, I'll continue on the next slide. Okay.
Sudeep?
Hello, Sudeep.
Yeah.
Your voice is very slowly. Is there any problem from your side?
No, network is good.
Your sound is very coming less actually.
Is it? Just let me check.
No, it is okay for me, Sudeep.
Yeah, even for me, it's fine.
Yeah, for me
Okay.
also it's good.
I think the problem is from my end. I think. Okay, fine.
That's fine. All good. Cool. So we discuss about why Snowflake is an upcoming thing in the market. Okay. Now we'll talk about that in detail, that what is the unique architecture we have in the Snowflake that make it unique and very upcoming, right? So the first main thing is a multi-cloud data platform, right? Multi-cloud means it's so you can build the data lake, you can just create the Snowflake account, and that can be hosted on any of the three providers. It could be as AWS, GCP, and this Azure. Okay, so you can use this service. And why this only? Can anyone tell quickly that how many cloud service providers we have in the market apart from these three, sorry?
Lee Baba.
One is there.
Which one? You can type in the chat. It's better to interact using chat. You can type in the chat. I can see your chat. Okay.
It's a Huawei.
Any other cloud provider apart from these three? Oracle, very good. Yes, Karthik, correct. Oracle is the one, and we have lots of more slowly and gradually small cloud providers are coming up. But can you tell me one thing, that why these three providers only? Oh, not the Oracle or any one it support. Any idea? Okay, I'll tell. See, these three providers are the main service provider, which is providing the services or the components based on security compliances, right? And based on based on these features, this is the main service provider. These are the top three. And can anyone tell which is the top one out of these three? Which cloud provider is the top one in the market?
AWS.
AWS. Very good, very good. But do you know the reason?
Yeah, it's older.
It's older. Okay. Any other reason? More market capture. Yeah, that's fine. Why they have captured more market?
Security?
Innovation.
Okay.
It is the oldest one. That's why. For costing, regarding the costing wise, it is less as compared to the other cloud.
Yes. You all are correct.
Based on
I think,
availability
Sudeep, one
services.
more reason that it is software as a service, but this Azure is providing platform as a service. This is one of the reason, I believe.
No. So all three are providing all software platform infra, all three kind of services. Okay. So I'll tell quickly. See, AWS is the one platform which is basically have lots of components and lots of kind of services available in out of these three. Okay. You can see even AWS provide you a service to launch your that television or the news channel as well from from your portal, from this, just open the AWS, use that feature component. You can do it. That's the level of the services it's providing. That's a one feature. Okay. The another feature is their data centers are the more data centers are there for AWS compared to anyone. Okay, and they are spread across the world. That is the main core reason. Okay, I'll move quickly onto the topic that Snowflake have availability to you can use that whichever cloud you want to use out of these three. Let's suppose your company or your client which you're working, it will select which cloud provider for the Snowflake. It totally depend on the use case. Okay, they might be having some SQL server, so they might be using some Azure the Microsoft application, so they'll select Azure. Okay, or they would be already using the Azure somewhat, right? Then it's better for them to use Azure for the Snowflake as well. Okay. Likewise, the case to case, it totally depends. So that is the one major unique feature of Snowflake. I'll quickly move to another feature, which is the compute and storage. So have you heard of shared disk or shared nothing architecture? Anyone? You can put it in the chat. Chat is very easy to understand. Otherwise, yeah, please make use of chat. You can type it quickly. Yes, no. I hope my question is clear.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Yeah, my question is, have you heard of shared disk or shared nothing architecture? Just put yes,
Yes,
no.
yes. I heard, but I don't know the concept. I think shared disk is our traditional method. Shared nothing is latest.
Yes. So I'll tell you that how this share nothing and quickly this share disk architecture work. So basically, once you have a compute with you, right? Let's say what that VM we have, right? So share nothing means they will not share the disk, right? They will not share like the RAM. They have their own RAM. Each compute have their own RAM and the disk. This is shared nothing. Okay. Shared disk is like the disk is common. Okay. Apart from the CPU and the RAM, the disk is common across all the compute. Okay. And that's how the combination of these two concepts came into picture in Snowflake. They are using shared disk and shared nothing architecture together. It's a combination. Okay. How they are using shared disk? Shared disk means the storage is common. So can you see in the lower, the first layer, we have three layers. Okay. First layer is a storage layer. Second is a compute. They have decoupled it, separate layers. Okay. They are different and individual and they are not like single. They are different but they are related. Okay. And on top of these two, there is a main layer, which is the mastermind of Snowflake, right? So if you see, uh, our mind is at the top, okay, in our head. That's how in this architecture, the Snowflake mind is cloud services, okay? It controls all these two layers, all right? So shared disk is where the disk is common for all the compute. Shared nothing means it doesn't share the RAM or the CPU. Okay, that's how the case here as well. You can see these are the virtual warehouse. We are calling it the name virtual warehouse, but this is one of the VMware like EC2. Okay, so uh, this is individual and separate. They have their own capacity. They have their own RAM and the CPU. Okay, they are not sharing anything. That's how the share nothing architecture. So we can say Snowflake is a combination of both of the concepts. Okay, this virtual warehouse have their own capacity. You can see we have four cores, four clusters are there. There are three clusters. There are five clusters, right? Like there are two clusters. So they are individual and independent of each other. Okay, that's how this makes the Snowflake very popular with respect to cost, with respect to performance. It's very smooth. Okay, it can handle petabytes of data, terabytes of data very easily with the more power. Okay, because it can handle it can add more virtual warehouse with a large size or it can handle it can increase the clusters within the virtual warehouse. Okay, we'll talk more about this virtual warehouse and the architecture in detail in the boot camp. Okay, so I'll quickly move to the another major feature in the Snowflake is that it has built-in optimization. If you see this very good circle, okay, it's a kind of you can see in the middle we have the first layer, optimized storage. Okay, then we have a elastic multi-cluster compute. Okay, then we have cloud service, which is the third layer. All right, so this storage is basically optimized storage. Why? Because it has those capability to optimize the thing, to tune the or optimize the data stored in it. Okay, data is stored in the compressed format. If I go back quickly, data in the last layer, it's stored in the compressed format. Okay, and also it's a kind of columnar database. It stored the data in the form of columns, not in the rows. These two things really helps to like store the data very optimized way. Okay, so that's how built-in optimization it have. It can optimize the query before it write a query, and before it hits to the database or virtual warehouse, it optimize it. This is the functionality of cloud service layer. Okay, so that's little bit about the optimizations. Another very important point with respect to data is that you can share the data. Can you just confirm that uh, in data sharing, okay, why this Snowflake is very popular? The reason is it has that capability that you can share the data securely, because sharing the data in the data sharing, security is a very important concept. Okay, in which the Snowflake is very good. It can share the data easily with the data partners, data consumers, with the vendors. Let's say you are an e-commerce company, and in the company you want to share the data with some vendors. Okay, for some analysis, research and development. Okay, so uh, in usually uh, you need to share the data in the sense they will copy it from your location, from your data warehouse. They'll copy it in their own data warehouse or data mart. Okay, so here you no need to copy the data. Okay, just create a data share on your database, and it will basically provide the read access to the users to whom you will provide the access. Okay, that's how this capability is all about. Okay, so apart from this, the governance as well, it has lots of certifications and compliance approved. Okay, from that perspective, from security perspective, the Snowflake is very much compliant. Okay, it has like lots of features to secure the data, dynamic masking, row level security, HIPAA, GDPR, all those compliance are followed over here. Okay. Any question before I move to next slide?
Yes, Sudeep. So, like when you have said compressed format,
Hmm.
so does it mean that by default, like whenever we are storing something into warehouse, it is taking Parquet by default?
Yes, yes. It's basically columnar format it's taking, and it's compressed. It's not, I'll not say Parquet format. It's using the gzip to compress the data. In the database layer, okay. If I go, yeah. In the database layer, it basically compress the data using the gzip compression method, not the Parquet one. Okay.
Okay, because why did I mention this Parquet? Because you have said that it's stored in a columnar format, not in a row
Yes.
wise. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
why I thought like whether it is Parquet or not.
Yeah, it gzip. And even it stored the data in the form of partitions, micro partitions. Okay. Using that micro partition ability, it can definitely like it's very good. I have that picture. I'm not sure in the slide, but in the roadmap I have shared that, and the new video that I have released, that it has a micro partitions, and it shows how the data is look like in the micro partitions. Okay, so that is very good. And maximum size, the maximum size that a micro partition can keep is like 16 MB. Okay, after compression, and uncompresses are at 50 MB. So it's that much able, a single partition I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Moving to the one of the important thing is, like, I have recently seen this is the announcement, the partnership with the Snowflake and the Netflix. Okay. So Netflix have recently partnered with the Snowflake and using their capability to enhance the advertising features. Okay, so they are using the the Snowflake data clean room. Okay, this data clean room is basically one of the feature in Snowflake where of data sharing actually. As an organization, okay, let's suppose I'm working in Netflix. I need to work with multiple advertisers. I'll share the data with them. Okay. And for doing some analysis, for doing some collaboration. Okay. This is very good use case. Okay. And since the data clean room, they are very secured environment. All right. So that really helped Netflix to do the analysis and do the collaboration and build the application on top of it. Okay, that's how the recent announcement is there, and that's how the Snowflake is very much popular in these organizations as well, the big organization. Okay. Now, after looking at the Snowflake importance, now let's understand Azure ecosystem. See, we already know about Azure, Microsoft Azure, and nowadays Fabric, latest things are in place, right? So we need to just, I'll quickly recap from here what are components we have, right? We have like, we can ingest all kind of data, structure, unstructured, right? Even the real streaming and batch using these components. We have ADF for orchestration, right? Data lake for storing the data. Lots of compute. We can use the Databricks. We can use Synapse over here, right? All those data warehouse storage. We have SQL. So all these components are already available in the Azure. Now we'll talk about ADF. That why and how this data factory is very providing very good capability. Okay. So we just see, like, it has a very good integration with the Azure ecosystem. Okay, you can use the data factory inside Azure, and as well as it can really have lots of connectors to integrate with the third party as well. You can integrate easily with Snowflake, and lots of data sources are provided. That is the one that make ADF very good as compared to let's say AWS Glue. It's, you can't use it outside. Okay, that's a challenge it have already. So with respect to performance and the cost efficiency, it, we know, like, as you use the way that's a whole model that it use, right? Pay as you go model. Use it and you will be charged based on it. It's very easy to use data factory, and it's a low code environment. It means just drag and drop and your pipelines are ready. Drag the activities, build the pipeline and the workflow, and just schedule it. You're good to go. Just integrate it with the trigger, and have the integration within the pipeline with the Snowflake. You can have that activity to load the data into the Snowflake or fetch the data from the Snowflake. Okay. That's all the capability we have with the Azure. Now, we learn about the data factory, we learn about the Snowflake. Now, you will say why you are combining it and how this is the winning combo. Okay. So the first reason is, hey, uh, this both really helps and address the demand of hybrid and the multi-cloud platforms. Okay. So we can see Snowflake is providing multi-cloud platform. It's already a multi-cloud platform, right? It can, you can have the Snowflake account. You can use the platform for hosting Snowflake on any of the three. right? And that's the main thing of this combinations. Okay, so since we have a ADF, so it can be hosted on Azure. Okay, so now the second point is the flexibility of Data Factory to manage the workflows. Okay, so as we learned, right, it's a low code environment. It has lots of connectors, correct? It's flexible enough to handle the workflow. This orchestration capability of Data Factory is very good. You can have a one pipeline inside another. You can set the dependency of one pipeline to another, and or condition and condition, a sequential run, parallel run, all those things are available in the Data Factory. Okay, and integration with the Snowflake is also available. So
While transformations, will it be the coding part?
in Data Factory,
Yeah.
no, there is no direct coding actually. You need to
Okay.
just have, it's a low code environment, just drag and drop. Let's suppose there most of the activities are available. Let's say copy activity to copy data from one location to another. We have if else, for loop, lookup, get metadata, all those activities available. But if you need to build end-to-end pipeline, having lots of transformations like join, union, filter,
Okay.
that we have a data flow inside the Data Factory.
So
Okay.
in that flow, we have to write any code.
No, just drag and drop. Select
Okay.
a particular activity, let's say join. Select the data sources first. Okay. Have that another activity inside it. Select a join, put the condition, select the columns, that's it. Set the another activity filter. Set the another activity like changing some column name or converting it or anything else. Okay, lots of activities available in that. But the point is that for transformations, you can use data flow, but ideally the real scenario in practically, sorry, what companies are using, I'll show you in the architecture in few next slides. Okay, cool. So we talked about these two pointers. So how this combination is addressing, like it can really address the scalability, whatever the load is there, how the large data set is there, Snowflake can handle, Data Factory can handle to ingest it into the Snowflake. And again, using the processing, okay, you can use Data Factory. Okay, and sorry, no, not for the processing. For processing, we have Snowflake, but for the scheduling part of building the pipeline, setting the dependency, you have this. Okay, it's all is a very good combination. And with respect to real-time analytics, also you can do it. We in Azure, we have event hubs and all. Data is coming through event hubs onto the ADLS, right? From there, you will be loading data into Snowflake. All the stuff you can do. Okay, that's all cost effective. Now, these are the three real world scenarios how this combination are working. So the first main scenario is the migration. You're migrating the legacy system onto cloud. Okay. And to migrate the data, we need some tool, ETL tool, okay, or orchestration to load it. So we use the Data Factory, store it in ADLS, and then move it to the Snowflake. Okay. Like that, another is like building a pipeline, having the transformation, ETL pipeline, proper ETL pipeline for the reporting and analytics purpose. The third use case is for data lake and the data warehousing, right? That is a very good use case to build a data lake, have the Medallion architecture or the cloud data warehouse on top of it. Now I'll talk about the architecture. Okay. So this is the one of the instance like how the setup is done. Okay. So you see there are on the source side, we have data, flat file, SQL or events or okay. We have the data sources on the, and we are using Data Factory to ingest it. All right. Move it to the blob storage. Okay. From blob, it ingests the data into the Snowflake. Okay. So in Data Factory, we can do with a single copy activity. select the source, select the target, and just mention some settings in the that what's the path you need to store, because we can't directly move the data from here to here. We need to have some staging, some stage area, some landing area. Okay. For that, we need to keep use of this blob or the ADLS, right? So you make use of this to land it in the stage. From here, it will load the data into the show. Okay. So in the Snowflake, again, we could have 3 layers. First is this, another is this and this. So again, in the Snowflake, first is the landing layer, stage we call it as, okay. And then we can, the second layer is an integration layer or integrate layer, okay. Where we basically integrate the data from multiple sources and do some standardize, do some enumerations, like changing the name, okay, making it same as per the client standard requirement, or having some logic, cleaning the data, okay. From staging to integration, we do all this stuff using the data factory, okay. Now, can you please tell me that what shall I use to load the data from one environment, not environment, I'll say one database to another database using data factory. We are using it, but how exactly it can work? Any idea? Can I do through store procedure or normal SQL or data flow shall I create out of these three? What do you think? What can be the option? Just live question, just really real-time question I have asked. You can do guess.
Uh, Maybe a create a flow like pipeline.
Okay.
Sudeep,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Okay. I think some network issues. So yeah, so there are multiple options, okay? But the idea is, since you are moving from one layer, means one database to another database layer, okay? So since this is one box, okay, you no need to fetch the data from here into some ADLS. Sorry, yeah. From one layer to another, you are moving. So these both are in Snowflake, correct? So moving data from one to another layer, you no need to build a data flow or the pipeline in the data factory. Okay. You can simply write the store procedure. Okay. Because you need to do some cleaning, you need to do some removing duplicates, doing some standardization. Okay. All those stuff you need to keep right in the SQL. Okay. Write it in a SQL, put it in a store procedure, and you can execute that store procedure using data factory. That's how the pipelines will be built, where it will simply call after loading
Actually,
data into Snowflake.
sorry to disturb. Actually, the recently you told that there is a no coding part in the Azure Data Factory. So how
Hmm.
to write the store procedure? We can write also in the Snowflake as well, the store procedure.
Yes, yes. So I'll tell you. So that's how the thing is. See, ADF is not mostly using for transformations in this combination in real time. Okay.
Okay.
Since the data is lying in the Snowflake only. Okay. So we no need to fetch the data to ADLS and do some transformation using ADF and then load the data into another database. That's really not cost effective. Okay. So in that scenario, when the data is lying, the source is Snowflake and the target is Snowflake, in that scenario only, you have to use a store procedure only. That is very cost effective. Just write a store procedure and you call that store procedure using ADF. Okay, so no cost. The data is not moving out of Snowflake, correct? It just executing the store procedure in the Snowflake, and that will take care of all the stuff. That is one transfer of data from one layer to another. That's one step. You can say that's a second step, because in the first step we can do some cleaning or do some build some data flow if required to clean the data initially. If we are cleaning initially, we don't need to do it over here. We can do some standardization over here. Okay. So that's how the pipeline can be built. Okay. Now from moving from one database, this integration to analytics, where we have data warehouse, data mart, or semantic layer, we call it. From here, we can use the same thing. Just write a stored procedure, okay, and then load the data from one table to another. We can have merge logic in the stored procedure to because we run those pipelines incrementally, that stored procedure every day, right? So it should capture the changes from the source and only load that into another layers. Okay, that's how we can set it up in reality. Okay, so this is another example. I think this is very much clear that fetching data
Sorry,
from source. Yeah,
sorry to interrupt you. Could you please go in a backslide? I mean, previous slide. Hello. Yeah.
sure, Manoj.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So after the first ingest, after we store the data in the blob storage, why we are moving the data in stage process? Because as per I mean, what I understand, like Azure blob storage also have some container where we can store the data,
Yes.
and directly we can move the data from the storage to the integrate and analytical Snowflake,
Yes, we
or
can
not.
do that. We can do that.
Okay.
But usually, you understand how the data warehouse and the data lake concepts is. Okay. So
Okay.
this thing is very much optional if you do some cleaning over there or not before loading the data into the staging. Ideally, there are three layers in Snowflake. One is staging, means loading data as is. Okay. Then doing some cleaning or that standardizations. Okay. Integrating multiple sources into one single set of tables. Okay. That thing you can do. But in some scenario where the data is very bad, okay, very bad in the sums, like it's external data coming from third party, okay, not the internal system, where you can believe your internal systems, sources. You can't believe data sources, those are external. In that case, this additional steps comes into picture, where you can do some pre-processing, checking some quality or doing some cleaning. That's so making it ready for the staging. Okay. So this is the two scenario actually that I have shared with you. One is do some cleaning over here, load it in these three layers. Three layers will remain as is. It can't be two actually. Okay. It should be three. And this is optional actually, looking at the data.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, Sudeep, like,
Yeah.
let's say uh, we are using this ADF here as a ETL, right?
We can use here ADF as a orchestrator.
Because why I'm asking this question, because in ADF, this is, I mean, drag and drop option is there. So, like, let's say if huge transformation is required and we have to write a code, a lengthy code to transform the data, in that case, like, I mean, what should be the approach in this?
Your voice, I think lost. Okay, I think I got your question. So that also is very much possible, MJ. Okay, so building the transformations pipelines in the data factory, that is also very good. But again, the thing is that you need to fetch the data from one layer to another. You are moving data out of Snowflake. Okay. So, but again, yes, that is possible. That possibility is still there. Okay. Those approaches are available. You can do it. You can make use
Yeah.
of
So
those
you
approach
mean
environment.
So you mean, Sudeep, like we have to write the code in Snowpark?
Snowpark is a basically Python library in the Snowflake. You only need to, it's applicable in Snowflake, within the Snowflake
No,
environment.
here like I'm getting confused because why I'm asking this question, because let's say currently I'm working as a Azure data engineer. So
Mhm.
sometimes what happens, we get the client requirement to use the Azure Data Factory as a
Mhm.
transformation. But
Okay.
now like
Okay.
we get stuck because of the limitation. I mean, there are some syntax in inbuilt functions that we have to use to transform the the data. But like we cannot customize by our own, like the way we do in Databricks or some other
Yes.
layer.
So within the data factory, you can even call the notebook, Databricks notebook as well. Okay.
Yeah, Databricks notebook I can call, but again, after doing the transformation, I can call that notebook. But like, I just need to understand that if I'll go with Snowflake and Snowflake with ADF, so here, let's say if we are using ADF as a ETL, so does, do we have that privilege to do the huge transformation?
So we can do the huge transformations, but the again thing is that ADF is it has a capability of data flow where we can do huge transformations. Okay. But the again thing is it little bit costly, okay, as compared to using a Databricks notebook. So that is the cost aspect come into picture. It is possible. You can do it. Okay. But why people are using Snowflake? Okay. And they are using Data Factory as an orchestrator only, not as an ETL tool. It is possible, but there are multiple use cases to it. Okay. So ADF is basically orchestrator. Snowflake, where they have the data, but because this data is on Snowflake, they are writing SQL to do all the transformations from one layer to another. Okay.
Sorry, actually, I'm not understanding the whole concept of what you're trying to understand. Actually, so as per my knowledge, ADF is a ETL tool. So in this tool, we can orchestrate the data flow or a data pipeline.
Yes.
Yeah, am I right?
Correct. Correct.
Yes, yes. Okay. So while building the data flow or a data pipeline, so we can extract the data from the source and dump into the Snowflake or a data warehouse.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
So we have to build the data pipelines.
Correct. Yes.
So while transforming the data from the Snowflake, so what kind of procedure we are using in the ADF?
So whatever you will write, you need to call it
So we have to write the SQL script or a store procedure or any
in the
kind of
Snowflake. In the Snowflake.
in a Snowflake only we have to transform the data.
Yes.
So here in the ADF only we are orchestrating, means we are
Yes.
setting the okay, okay.
Yes, building pipelines, just scheduling it up. Let's say one store procedure from stage to integrate, another store procedure from integrate to analytics. Okay, then there could be some alerts, some emails, some success or failure emails, right? And initially there could be some more activities checking the data sources and all. Okay.
Okay, one more thing. Okay, I got your point too. So in your syllabus or in your course, what type of ADF and how much level of ADF will be trained by you?
That will cover in the upcoming slide.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Okay. Any questions here before I move to next slide?
No, sir.
So I think this we already discussed. I'll skip it up. Yeah. So that's how this really combination of these two are very much popular. Now, what's the benefit and how is the career opportunities these are available in this for this market is like having an experience of 5+, you will be getting 15+ LPM. That's the scope on the market for these skill set combinations, right? You have Snowflake, ADF, you know, at the advanced level of the Snowflake, SQL. Nowadays, DPT is also very much popular for doing the transformations with the Snowflake. Okay, that also we are covering up over here. Okay, so that's how you can, it's really make you the future proof for your next 4 to 5 years, definitely. So I think question and answer, I'll cover up quickly. But before that, I just wanted to show the context, the content of the this bootcamp. Okay, so we'll be covering the SQL and Python. Okay, and we will cover the intermediate level, the whatever is really needed to have this for a data engineer. Snowflake till advanced level, all the advanced features we are going to cover up. In ADF, we are going to cover up all the components of it, LinkedIn service, data sets, or Databricks notebook, okay? And how to build a workflow, that pipelines, triggers, alerts, everything, okay? That's all we are going to cover up in ADF, okay? DBT, how we can do the transformations using DBT, and it can really very good tool to sync it with the Snowflake, okay? And at the end, we'll cover the real-time caption project, the end-to-end, which will use all these tools. Okay. So any doubt in this content?
So Sudeep, how many projects we are going to do?
I think there is going to be at least one major project, capstone project. It's going to be very good long project, and there will be many projects after completing each of the step. Okay, I will provide you mini project in SQL, Python, and Snowflake, so that you'll understand the concept of that particular tool first. Okay, and at the end, it's going to be a combination of all the skills.
And in step 3, like dive into ADF pipeline. So what all activities we are going to cover in ADF? Can you please elaborate?
So there are lots of activities, right? So uh, I'll say like mostly are very easy, and I can say we can cover all of the activities, but I'll focus more on the activities which are most properly used, majorly used in the organization. Okay, let's say lookup, get metadata, for loop, right? For each loop, and what else we have? We have Databricks notebook, email alert, web API, okay, and all the major activities, right? We'll cover that up. That's how the ADF is built up, correct?
Uh, Sudeep, you were, I mean, told us about the Azure, like Azure tool, ADF, or all that. What about the AWS?
Okay, so this is more focused towards the ADF part, okay. If anyone is interested to do with that of AWS, I think Mahesh, please correct me if I'm wrong. We'll be having the recorded videos and the lectures to learn with that this connectivity, Snowflake with the ADF part, the AWS part. Mahesh, you want to add something? Okay, I think Mahesh is some network issue. So I hope you get this answers your questions.
And Sudeep, one thing, like if let's say as I'm working as a Azure data engineer from last 4 years and currently getting good salary. So like let's say if I'm learning this course, will I get jump on my current salary?
MJ, this is very specific question that you have asked with respect to your need. Okay. But I'll say this is very good combination which is upcoming in the market. It means if you learn Snowflake, Snowflake is very much popular. And since you know Azure, if you do some certifications in Snowflake and if you show some projects, it's very good for you. Then it's a really add-on to your profile. Okay. You can definitely your gates will be open for those profile where the ADF and the Azure and the Snowflake is mentioned. Okay. That is the I can say, because I don't know about your current company, how many openings are there in your current company. So it totally depend on the use case basis. Mostly, even you can see a very much openings are there with respect to Snowflake, and it either will combine with Azure or with the AWS.
So, in this course, you are teaching the ADF with Snowflake. Why not with Databricks? Databricks also is going the booming in the market right now.
I think we have different courses available from the.
No, no, actually, I just want to know that you have taken the IDF with a Snowflake combination that is going on. Yes, I got it too. But so, why not with the Databricks?
Only Databricks?
No, Azure, and I'm talking about the Databricks part. So, is there any other good market for the Databricks as well?
Databricks and Azure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is also a good market. I'm not denying for that, but I'm telling, I think we have lots of other courses are already available from KSR with respect to Databricks. But yeah, I'm not denying for that. But yeah, we have a good market for Snowflake as well. This Snowflake and Databricks, they both are competitor. Okay.
Okay.
So either will go in this combination. Got it?
Okay. So the Databricks is also is a kind of a warehouse only.
Yes. It's a data lake. You can build a data lake, Delta Lake on top of it. Okay. Lots of
Okay.
Delta Live tables, lots of functionality is available for that as well. Okay.
One more thing that I got to know that there is a combination of Matillion with Snowflake as well. Matillion ETL tool with Snowflake.
Yeah. Correct.
So could you please tell me something about this? If you want to add something.
I think that I need to check, Sayed, but that's not a part of the session. Okay. But we'll focus on Snowflake and the ADF in this bootcamp.
Okay, fine. No, thank you.
Hi Sudeep, I'm Sandeep here. Sorry, I joined a bit late. So wanted to
Hmm.
know what is the SQL that you're using, like Oracle, or which SQL we are using in this course, and are you covering any multiple databases, or we'll stick to only
We'll
one,
stick to
like
only
Snow?
one. We'll use MySQL. That's a free editor we have. Okay. The
Okay.
syntax is going to be same, right? NC style will
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean not about the traditional or the relational. Any NoSQLs are we using apart from MySQL?
No. We'll use
Oh,
SQL only.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. This masterclass is this bootcamp is going to be around 4 months, 120 hour of live training you will be provided, 1.5 hour daily, 5 day a week, and we already covered up this curriculum, right? Weekly assessments will be there, hands-on project for each of the skill set you will be provided, and the capstone at the end. Also, you will get a certification certification preparation. So it's not a certificate. You will get a certificate definitely from KSR, but it will also help you to prepare for Snowflake certification if you are looking for. Okay. So that's it about the bootcamp, and that's how these very much popular combinations is up in the market. Okay. You can
Oh,
join the link. I think Mahesh will share the link to join and continue for the bootcamp that is starting next week. Next to next week, I think. Yeah.
Sudeep, sorry,
what is
one last.
Yeah.
Uh,
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So this certifications, when you said, is it like Snowflake, SnowPro, or
SnowPro.
ADF Azure
Basic.
related also can we
SnowPro.
do?
SnowPro.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I think that's all for the session. If no other questions,
Oh,
I can
like,
answer. Yeah.
I have one last
Okay.
question. I just want to
Sure.
add on the certification.
Sure,
So,
Manoj.
uh, like for the Power BI, we have a Microsoft certification PL 300. So it is the same for the Snowflake, any certification, like just SnowPro, the earlier person is saying. So what is the certification name or what? It is, I mean, by the Microsoft or
No, no, no. Microsoft is a different organization, Manoj.
okay.
Snowflake is different. Microsoft,
So
okay.
the certification, what is the name of the certification for the Snowflake?
SnowPro Core CF02.
Okay.
Just
So
search
And
it.
Manoj, once we complete this course, so relevant experience, how much we can put in the resume? Sudeep,
Sorry, what
can
was
you
the
hear me?
question, Sandeep?
So once we finish this course, the
Hmm.
relevant experience, right? How
Mm-hmm.
much relevant experience can we put in the resume? I'm
See,
an experienced person
again, very
actually.
specific questions. Okay, it totally depend. What are you looking for?
See, I
What's
have 6 years of
Yeah, I
experience.
got it. A minimum 3 years on Snowflake, you can able to manage with this, our curriculum.
Understood. Thank you.
Minimum 3 years, like you are already working as analyst or engineer, right? Along with that, you can showcase Snowflake you are utilizing from last 3 years. That much of
Got
knowledge we
it.
are going to be delivered minimum.
Yeah, that's what my
yeah,
question
correct.
was. Thank you.
So the one more question, like, does the syllabus aligns with the certifications, or
It's
means like
more than
After
that.
studying,
Actually, it's a club, right? Like a sequel. You can write a hacker rank, Snowflake, SnowPro, and Azure fundamentals. AZ 900, you are eligible for that. One course, you can write a 3 certificates. One is a free, which is a hacker rank, SnowPro, and Azure fundamentals.
okay,
Fundamentals, not in a high level. The basic of Azure, yes, you can write.
thank you.
and any prerequisites do you suggest, or is it okay if we
No,
start from
our
zero?
curriculum is designed with the basics onwards because a different kind of people. You can see as of now, 62 people are there in this class now. Out
Hmm.
of that, zero experience people might be there, 3 years experience people there, already getting 40, 50 lakhs package and expecting for a skill improving, those kind of people also is there. So
Okay,
already working on a data analyst or data analyst, initial days, maybe you will get bored because SQL we will teach some basics.
okay.
But we
Thank
thought you are in a high level, we will start teaching in a high level. The basic people will feel bad.
you. Understood.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll stop my screen, stop sharing
Yeah,
my
yeah.
screen.
So you can ask any questions, guys. Any other.
So,
So and apart from the once a batch completed, from day one onwards, we are going to encourage you to make it make sure you are active in LinkedIn as well, and your digital presence in a better way. Example, a trainer giving some assignments or something. You have to make these assignments as a articles or something in your LinkedIn profile. So during this 4 months course, you will get a better idea. Your entire LinkedIn will have around 40 posts on only Snowflake related or data engineering related, so that it will be better visibility. You will get a better idea. Example, he was teaching some Snowflake related concepts. You are planning to write an article on that, so you will do some research. Apart from that, during this research, you will get a better idea and you will get a confidence, right? So these will start from the day one onwards. And after that, once course is completed, we will help you with your making your resume.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Kumar.
Hi, sir. Actually, I have completed my data science and AI course. So,
Mhm.
like, can you tell me how much? Like, I haven't learned this Snowflake, just SQL I have learned, and rest all tools
Mhm.
and all BI and all.
Okay.
So, how the Snowflake will be like helpful for me as a data science perspective? Like, like right now, I'm planning to move to find my job to. I mean, out of India. Like, I'm going to
Mhm.
Australia maybe
Okay.
in
Mhm.
3 4 months.
Okay.
so in Snowflake, there are lots of ML capabilities also available. If you are
Mm-hmm.
looking for that MLs and AI capability, we have a Cortex AI, which is a very good model that Snowflake have built. There are lots of upcoming features are also there in the Snowflake. So
Mm-hmm.
from that perspective as well, people are very much using this Snowflake for ML capability as well. Because since, see, the data is already lying in with Snowflake, right? And it's providing very good capability, building models, feature engineering, all those things are available. So why not people will use ML capability of Snowflake as well? Because the data is already stored in Snowflake, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So and after the session, would you mind to send me the like the duration of the course and what will be the fee?
Yeah, I will tell you now
Uh,
only. The duration of the course go for around 4 months nearby.
okay.
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 And the fees will be like 27,000.
Okay.
and Snowflake, SQL, some Python basics, a Snowpark, DBT, and ADF. These points we are going to be covered. Entire curriculum we will share with you shortly. In our group, you are there, right? I will share you. So by tomorrow end of the day, I will
Yes.
share.
Yes. Okay, and send an email also, like regarding the what
Yes.
all things will be covered in Snowflakes
Yes.
regarding the data pipeline, ML
Yes.
perspective and all.
Yes. So
Okay,
we'll
thank you
share
so
you
much.
detailed curriculum shortly.
Sure, thank you.
So the reason previously we are with the Snowflake with AWS actually, but this time that's the this session in importance also. Why we choosing ADF? So till before this batch, we are teaching Snowflake with AWS only. Now we turn to ADF. Here, any people want to learn AWS also. If required, I will provide you previous batch records also. No need to pay any extra cost.
Yeah, because that is the actually necessary part of this thing, no? So
Yes.
like AWS will be, if you add this one will be
Yes,
great.
yes, beautiful, sure. Because to teach in all the AWS and ADF, it will go for 5-6 months. So we are not able to do that one, but I will provide you records. No need to pay any extra penny for that.
Sir, any reason for this switch to ADF from AWS? Any specific reason?
So companies need a dependent. So now in the market share, AWS have more honestly, but Azure
Yeah,
rapidly growing in
that's
companies.
why I asked that
Azure
question.
growing rapidly. A lot many projects.
Okay.
In fact, a small example. Our all
Hmm.
database videos also. Once this class is completed, automatically this record will upload in our app. We are
Hmm.
previously using AWS server,
Okay.
but now we moved to the Azure for cost
Okay.
effective.
Okay. Okay.
Some other reasons like app comfort, there are a lot many things. But my team is
Compliance.
using the Azure now.
Yeah, compliance is the one of the main reason that lots of compliances are already certified with the Azure, and it has that's one of the reasons, security point of view, cost effective, and also it has a regional level availability of the data. That's the reason companies are moving towards Azure. Okay, let's
Okay.
say some of the reason is they also have some SQL Server, right? So
Hmm.
while selecting the cloud, they select the Microsoft Azure. Why? It provides very good capability to
Hmm.
integrate the data from on-prem to the cloud.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
So the same company depends on the projects also, they might be using different clouds. Example, for this, we are moved to Azure, but we developed one more product like for mock interviews, AI-based mock interview. For that, we are still using AWS. Maybe in future, depends on our requirement, maybe we need to migrate.
Okay.
Initially,
So
we started with
comparatively,
AWS around last 2 years onwards, we are into research. At that time, we started with AWS. Now we are into the AWS only. When we comparing with the costing and another other facilities, maybe we need to migrate. So as a small organization for training, we are using Azure, and another product we are using AWS.
understood. Thank you.
Any more questions, guys?
So in the Azure part too, you're taking only the ADF part only, na? Apart from the ADF, you're not taking any kind of services.
No other services, only major ADF.
Okay. One more question regarding the AI. How much AI will impact to the data engineering field? Just the simple general question.
So I think we can. This is not the relevant to the session.
No. That's why I told
Yeah,
ask you
I
that.
will tell you.
Yeah.
Compared to data analytics and data science, maybe it's very less impact. Reason here, we need more manpower. Example, machine learning, now it's make automated, a lot many topics. But data engineers need a little more manpower still. It's difficult to complete to automate. Power BI, maybe very soon, a lot many things now it's automated by using Fabric.
But I'll say, knowing the AI or making use of AI in the data engineering, that's how the future is. Okay, you have to be enable AI in your day-to-day life. If you are a data engineer and you want to like pick up this pace of AI and Gen AI, right? Just make use of this. Just be comfortable with it. That how this AI is working. Make use of it for your benefit in your day-to-day life. That's what I can say.
Yeah, correct.
So the one question here, like how different Snowflake is from Databricks?
Uh, the difference, if I say, see, most of the capability are almost same, okay? But the difference is the compute and storage one, okay? So it has its very good UI. Snowflake is very good UI as compared to Databricks. Okay. Its security part, data sharing part. So whatever those pointers I've shared, that's make a Snowflake very good competitor.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey Raj.
Hi. Actually, I'm from non-data science background, technical. So it would be really, all thing would be new. So what would you suggest? Should I start with this or data science course? Which course do you suggest? I mean,
Mm-hmm. So it totally depend, Raj, on your preference and what is your current skill. Okay. And what you are looking for, what you are good at. Are you good in SQL? Are you good in building the pipelines? Okay, you love the code, right? Then move to data engineering, and this could be the good start for you, where you can learn the ETL part, you learn the Snowflake, right? That's all depend on your current skill sets.
because I'm already, as you show the job opportunity options and pay scales, I'm already into the first bracket with my current this expertise. So if I am moving into the new, will that be helpful, the previous experience or not? Because I'm in IT company, US IT company.
So what is your current role or skill sets?